Hello, I'm Nicole.
Hello, I'm Nathan.
Um, do I have your permission to film you today, Nathan?
Yes.
We're doing the role play based on Fatima and Ali. There's no real reason that I have chosen this scenario. Just interests me, I suppose. So let's begin. Oh, Nathan. Oh, I've actually got to start. It says I've been case managing you for the last 6 months, but then it says I've got to establish a relationship. So, Ali, as you know, I've been seeing you for the last 6 months. We're here today to have a look at your care plan and to see how that's working for you. So to start off, how about you just tell me where you're at and how things are going?
Things aren't real good. Kids are having trouble at school and fighting and arguing with Fatima. That's it in a nutshell.
I've actually had some feedback from the community saying that they've been hearing you both fighting. They're worried about you, the community is worried. It's obviously something that we're going to have to work on, but we're going to have to put our heads together and come up with a better case plan, or care plan, so we can put goals in place so we can achieve some stuff.
Okay.
So when we do, we're gonna develop some goals. They can be both long term and short term. So what you told me is that you're fighting with Fatima because of Muhammad.
It is to do with Muhammad, yeah.
And what about your other girls? How are they?
Well, they're having trouble making friends, and it's, part of our religion, they're limited with what they can do and where they go and who they associate with, and they're finding it very difficult.
It's also been brought to my attention too that the girls aren't really attending school.
No.
Is there a reasoning behind that?
Well, I don't know.
Don't put a cultural spin on it or I'll fucking punch you.
Alright.
Don't say it's because of their cultural beliefs or shit, because that's just too hard to overcome.
Why am I keeping them from school? Because they don't want to be there.
Yeah, because I don't have friends, blah blah blah, but I feel like they're part of the community. They're not really. They feel like outcasts, maybe.
Yeah, so they're staying home from school quite a lot because they don't want to be there. They have no friends. They feel like they don't fit in. They're just more comfortable at home.
Okay, so part of our care plan, we can hopefully put some measures in to help the girls become more social in the community so they can find their place. Is there anything else that's going on? How about Fatima? How is she?
Well, stressed out, obviously. like I mentioned, her and I aren't getting along. There's not an awful lot more I can tell you. You'd have to ask Fatima.
So is Fatima getting out in the community as well, or is she staying home all the time, or?
She's more homebound, looking after the girls and Mohammed.
And yourself?
My over and suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
Just over it. Over it. Sick of fighting and arguing. I like it when the family's not happy, especially the kids.
Okay. So how about we put our heads together and develop some goals here that we can put in your care plan to not only help you, but to help the children as well. So my thoughts around this is trying to get the girls to interact socially outside of school so they can, you know, maybe in the community, in a community environment, possibly like a dance group or some after school activity that they could be involved in to help them establish some relationships.
Okay.
With peer groups that, you know, they can relate to, and that would be a good idea for Mohammed as well. We could always look into respite for Mohammed if it's getting too much for you and Fatima. Respite can come in and take Mohammed a couple of afternoons a week and give you a break. That's also an option when we develop our goals. For Fatima, I think this is weird that I'm developing goals for people that aren't actually here.
Maybe part of the plan could be organising CMD.
Yeah. It'd probably be a good idea if you and Fatima could come in and we could have a discussion based upon what her long-term, short-term goals will be, so we can put that in your care plan as well. And then with you, do you have any long-term goals that you'd like us to have a look at about finding suitable work or a social group or something to do in the Turkish community? What sort of things do you want?
I'd like to work. Give me a job.
Okay, check your job time. It's a long-term goal. Can't help those that can't help themselves. So long-term goals of trying to find employment, interacting back into the Turkish community, and maybe seeing somebody about the way that you're feeling lately. Possibly go to some sort of counselling or something, and talking to the Turkish community about the way that you're feeling towards Muhammad and about his disability being punishment from God.
Yeah, do all that.
Okay, so since we've developed some goals, how are we going to go about achieving these goals? With the children, the girls, about an outside activity after school to try and get them to mix in with their peer groups and such. We need to kind of go on a time frame on when you're going to implement this.
Mm-hmm.
And how you're going to go about it. So then I can write it in your care plan, and then we can follow up and see how we're going. Okay. So do you have any indication of what time frames and?
Well, I want them to be happy, and so the sooner the better.
So if we say if you can have if the girls want to research into some out of school activity and get back to you, so you can maybe have a look at it and at least have some information about it in the next month when we meet again.
Mm-hmm.
And Mohammed, what do you think about respite for you and Fatima? Maybe that's something that would need to be brought up when we have a meeting. You, me and Fatima have a meeting. That might be better addressed between the both of you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
To see how that she's feeling and she's coping about it. So we'll discuss that in further next time when we have a meeting together.
Cool.
Okay, I think our third goal was based, since we're going to come up with goals when Fatima's here, about her and how she's going to interact in the community. We'll leave that until she's here with us, but with you and your employment, how do you think we're going to go about?
Well, I need to get out more and look around and find out what's out there.
So if we set a goal for you to go and join up to an employment agency possibly in the next few weeks, so we'll say 2 weeks, employment agency. And then from there, then they can help you do your resume.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're going to work on a goal for how many applications that you're going to submit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So goal on applications per week.
As many as I could. Or be a fair number.
So maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 applications per week. for relevant positions. And community. And interaction in the community to get out and so to get out and, you know, socialise a bit with to get out and socialise a bit with other people of the Turkish community. So they have a community get together every second month. In your care plan, do you think that going and attending those meetings would be beneficial?
That could well be.
So if we write that down and you are to attend those every second month.
Okay.
Okay. So do you have anything else that we should possibly bring up?
I'm not sure. I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. So, our, basically to wrap it up, so our goals are that you're going to let the children attend some out of school activity, that this is going to be implemented in the next month. I think we should also put in there too about the children attending school on a regular basis to start ASAP.
Yeah.
Because they need education. So that when you bring Fatima in, you and I and her will have a discussion about Muhammad and how respite would go, and also how if she needs some help, how best to go about that. For you, the employment agency, you have to go and put your name down there in the next 2 weeks that you agree to making 2 to 3 applications per week for relevant positions, and that you attend the community centre every 2 months. Okay. Alright, well, I'll see you anyway in 4 weeks' time when you bring Fatima in, and we can see how we go from there.
Okay.
Alright, look after yourself.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.